You like to think you're an independent thinker. You like to believe your opinions are yours, your choices are yours, your personality is yours. But here's the psychology fact that's going to ruin that for you. Almost none of it is. Psychologists call it herd mentality. And it's not just some quirk that affects stupid people or weak people. It affects everyone. It affected you this morning. It will affect you again tonight. And the terrifying part? You won't notice it happening. But here's where it gets really uncomfortable. The smarter you are, the more confident you feel in your decisions, and the harder herd mentality hits you. Because your brain doesn't just follow the crowd, it hides the fact that it followed the crowd. In 1951, psychologist Solomon Asch ran an experiment that should disturb you. He put people in a room and showed them two lines, one clearly longer than the other. It was simple and obvious, but everyone else in the room was an actor, and they all said the shorter line was longer. And here's what happened. 75% of real participants agreed with the wrong answer at least once. It's not because they were stupid. It's just that their brain decided that being wrong with the group felt safer than being right alone. This isn't a bug. It's a feature your brain evolved 200,000 years ago. Back then, being separated from your tribe meant death. Your brain learned one rule. What the group does, you do. What the group believes, you believe. The group is survival. Disagreement is danger. That program is still running in you. But here's the part nobody wants to admit. It's not just big decisions. It's everything. The music you say you love, the opinions you hold with confidence, the career you chose, the person you're dating. Somewhere along the way, the crowd whispered, and you listened without knowing it. Think about the last time you changed your opinion because someone pushed back, not because they showed you new evidence, but because they seemed confident. Think about the career you're in. Did you choose it, or did someone's approval quietly choose it for you? Think about what you wear, how you talk, what you believe politically. How much of that is actually you? Here's what psychology tells us. The average person suppresses 3 to 5 genuine opinions every single day to avoid social friction. That's not weakness, that's the herd instinct doing exactly what it was built to do. But the cost is enormous. You spend your life performing a version of yourself the crowd approves of, and slowly you stop knowing who you actually are. And this next part explains why your life hasn't changed yet, even when you wanted it to. Herd mentality doesn't just shape your opinions, it actively blocks your growth. Every time you tried to change, to quit something, start something, be something different, the herd pulled you back. And you felt that pull as doubt, as fear, as maybe I'm not ready. You weren't doubting yourself, you were obeying the group. Psychologists split herd behavior into two types. The first is informational conformity, when you copy others because you genuinely think they know something you don't. That's actually smart in the right situation. The second is normative conformity, when you copy others purely to avoid rejection, even when you know they're wrong. That's the one that's been running your life. Every time you conform and get approval, your brain releases dopamine. Every time you break from the herd and get silence, or worse, pushback, your brain reads that as a threat. So it builds a habit. Conform, get rewarded, repeat. Within months, you stop registering your own opinion before you even check what the room thinks first. And then we built social media, an infinite real-time display of what the herd thinks, feels, and approves of. We gave the ancient conformity circuit a fire hose. Every like is a dopamine hit for fitting in. Every scroll is a subconscious survey. What is the group thinking right now? What should I think to belong? Here's how you start breaking it. Before any opinion, any decision, any reaction, pause and ask one question. Would I still think this if I were the only person who thought it? That question cuts through the social noise. It forces the real you to show up. I know it's uncomfortable, but you must do it anyway. Second, practice disagreeing with something small every day. Not to be contrarian, but to rebuild the neural pathway that says, I am allowed to think differently and survive. Your brain needs proof that going against the herd won't kill you. Give it that proof, repeatedly. Do it until independence feels as natural as conformity used to. The herd will always exist. The question is whether you're in it or you're watching it. That gap between those two things, that's where your actual life is.